In terms of losses, Nvidia, I took a trade at the open on Nvidia and I got stopped out really bad on that. So Nvidia was a trade that it came above the VWAP with the volume, and then I went long, popped up, I added more. I was hoping to get the high of pre-market than our high of the pre-market was somewhere around here. I was hoping to get the more breakout. It did drop really bad below the VWAP. Alright guys, good morning everybody. I am doing the recap. Sorry about the camera. Is when outside gets bright, my face becomes dark. I have to fix the lighting, but for now I want to show you what we did for today. So 2 days ago I had a really bad trading day on it was like about 75k loss. I posted a recap. Yesterday I also had a really bad loss, about 50k, and I started trading this low float stocks. 3 days ago it was good, and then 2 days lost. That's just I should really don't touch these low float stocks. So I was really in a bad mood, like almost $120,000 loss in the last 2 days, and today it started also really bad, and I was really down today at one point, but thanks to Meta we eventually made the losses back plus some change, so it's going pretty good. But today was very interesting because Paris traded opposite of me, and he made a really good trade. I got stopped out, but I filled my position, and Paris is here, so we're gonna do this joint recap together to learn something. I'm still having 1,000 shares of Meta that is breaking all-time high, and trading wise I had a loss on Nvidia, I had a loss on PLTR, and Meta I had the loss first, and I made the losses back plus some, and we're gonna show exactly what happened. So the market gapped up. Meta specifically has been very strong in the last couple of days, and the all-time high was 523.70. So we had this 527.70. I'm gonna actually mark it here as well. This is the all-time high, previous all-time high. So usually very important level. This all-time high is a very important level. So we had this all-time high at the opened really strong. Unfortunately I didn't trade that, and because I was trading Nvidia and the PLTR, so I missed it. But it turned out to be a very nice ABCD pattern. I went long, added more, dropped at the VWAP, I still stayed in there, and then it squeezed back up. So this is a really good pattern that you want to really see in the stocks near all-time high. Again, you're talking about the all-time high, it means the stock is very strong. I added more. It did go to the all-time high. Do you see it down to the penny? Rejected that, down to the penny. So this is all-time high, 527. It's a very important level. Everybody is looking at, algos are looking at, traders are looking at. So down to the penny, it dropped, and then I held the VWAP. So I was holding this position for almost 1 hour, still in there, and went up again and came down. This is the moment that Paris actually shorted that, and he's gonna show that his trade, but he shorted that and he got this drop, and I got stopped out. And again, the reason that I got stopped out here was the risk, the situation of the risk to reward. So I kind of gave it room below the VWAP, and I was hoping the first R would be break off all-time high. So it's kind of a R to R. I really shouldn't have let it to drop that much. Maybe I should have probably got out at 520 with a little bit of a better entry, but that was a loss. So what happened here is that it went down, and Paris again shorted that, and he's gonna go through his trade. But what I saw here is usually these stocks that are all-time high, if you look at the 5-minute chart, they drop below the VWAP a little bit, but eventually they take off. And I said, okay, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see this double bottom below the VWAP. I'm gonna go long again, a small size. If he came above the VWAP and that pattern trending starts, I'm gonna add more. And that's exactly what happened. It came up above the VWAP, I added more. It came above more, I added more. And as you see here, we went back toward the all-time high. And that's exactly, let's go to a 2-minute chart because it's easier to see. We broke the all-time high, I went partial, and as you see here, all the way up to 530. And actually, as a matter of fact, I should actually partial here some as well. So maybe I could have added even here more at 523, because when you break the all-time high, it starts the trading. The market at the same time, if you look at the SPY, the same kind of pattern from a SPY. SPY was started going higher, Qs started going higher, some sort of a market trend as well. So that helps a lot. So that turned out to be a really, really good trade on Meta. In terms of losses, Nvidia, I took a trade at the open on Nvidia, and I got stopped out really bad on that. So where is the Nvidia? Let me see, Nvidia. So Nvidia was a trade that it came above the VWAP with the volume, and then I went long, popped up, I added more. I was hoping to get the high of pre-market than our high of the pre-market was somehow around here. I was hoping to get the more breakout. It did drop really bad below the VWAP, and I got stopped out. And PLTR was also very, very difficult. Had the news in the morning. I jumped in a little bit too early in the first minute. And then dropped. I added more, and I got it stopped. What did I do here exactly? So went long, I tried to get it stopped out, and eventually I added more, and I got it stopped out. And then went long again, I got it stopped out, and I tried to get this double bottom on that as well a couple of times, but eventually I let it go because it wasn't really trading in a very good range. So at the end of the day, eventually it turned out to be $8,000 loss. Nvidia loss was the biggest, $11,000. So at one point I was down like almost $30,000. But thanks to this breakout on Meta, I could make some of the losses back. So overall, I was in a very bad down trade, very losing streak. So it looks like kind of the markets have started moving again, and I'm gonna stick to what I'm good at, which is this mid float stocks, high float stocks, and I'm gonna stay away from these piece of garbage low float penny stocks. So these are my trades. So I'm gonna really probably hold the Meta. It would have been a really amazing options trade. I was talking to one of our traders today that maybe I can actually show what he did. There's some, if I can bring it up. One of my traders, actually, Phil, who gave us a presentation, really did a really, really nice trading there. Let me actually bring it here on Meta. So he started with $500, made over $2,000 in less than a month. He actually traded Meta calls. So he bought it right at the open at $3, sold it all the way up to $6, and then he could continue trading it. This is entry. And then it would have been a very, very nice trading on the options. I have to get into the options. But other than that, so that was great. So now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually give it to Paris. Paris is really good trading on Tesla, really amazing trading on Tesla. And look at this amazing 5% move on Tesla today from the previous day high, previous day close all the way now. It just keeps going up. I'm going to actually bring Paris screen. Paris, if you could, your screen is here, and then he's gonna exactly tell you how he traded that.
So I traded. So what Andrew exactly mentioned about what I traded Meta on the short side. This is usually a very bullish sign, and if the stock basically pops up, holds it. This is a very good bull flag. It pops up, but when it doesn't start. It breaks it, but it doesn't have a continuation, then it's usually a sign of weakness. And that's what I exactly thought of. If it is not going to pop up, it has to come down. And that's where I shorted Meta at 521.50 and was looking for the break of low of the day. I was looking for a continuation. I added more 520, and as soon as it lifted, the character of a stock changed. It claimed again the same range that it was initially trying to sell, and I got stopped out break even. So, and then as you can see very clearly what Andrew captured on the long side, and now it's making new highs. One of my biggest trades of the day was Tesla on the day where if you the idea comes behind from a couple of days back. If you look at a couple of days, Tesla was sold off really bad, held the 164 for the past 2 days. Then yesterday it held the 167 for close to 6-7 hours, and today it was gapped up, and the yesterday's resistance was 168.50. That's exactly the point that I was targeting. So that's why you don't see me shorting at the open, because the meat of the move is more on the long side than on the short side, because it's the buyers are stepping up, which you can tell from the past 2 days. And that's exactly what I wanted to target. So 168.50 was the area that I tried a couple of times. The third time is something that I went heavy with multiple adds around 169, and then added at 169.50, added more at 170, and then now I rode it until 175. 175 was my final exit, but see this. This is now going to 177. So big, this is what you call as an extension move, very, very strong move, and it could be a runner all day. So very profitable day on Tesla as well. So yeah, yeah, I missed adding at 171, but it did not give me a deeper pullback for me to, manage my position for the overall, to be holding it for a very long time. So it did not give me a deeper pullback. It was a very tight pullback, which I do not like adding during those areas. But then overall it gets extended, and if I start adding here, it messes up my average by a lot, and that's why I just thought of scaling out on my positions than getting add in. I usually like deeper pullbacks to add into my positions.
Yeah, excellent. That's great. Well, congratulations on the great trading. So here's the situation. There are some people blame the market and they say market is hard to trade, but in reality is, you see there are two traders. One of them struggling, one of them, Paris, had a really good day. So it's really how you see the price action and how you manage your position is a very important part of trading success, rather than blaming the market. Yes, market does sometimes, impact your trading, but overall, how you manage your trade, how patient you are, how you stick to your rules, is showing who is successful. We turned out to be a really, really good day, and thank you, Paris, for also. I had to stop trading because when I'm having really bad losses, I become really agitated. I need to shut down the platform. So thanks for jumping over and helping a little bit when I'm gone at the open. And yeah, so that's great. So see you, Paris, tomorrow in Vancouver.
Yes.
So he's coming.
Flying tomorrow, and I'll see you.
Yeah, excellent. So we can't wait to see you, and yeah, looking forward to spend the weekend together. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. And if you have any question, just leave it in the comments, and I personally read them. And yeah, and we appreciate a like or subscribe to our channel, especially if you get to 100,000 subscribers, would be very, very nice. Ciao.